Hi guys, this is Vishal here from Trapcode. So in previous videos, we have seen how to use hidden fields in collection forms or in form components where you want to send some data dynamically within the form, but you don't want that data to be input by the user. So that is called hidden field. So there are several instances when you have to send some specific number or a string or the value of that particular thing, but there are use cases when you have to send the UUID or basically the unique record or the unique ID of that particular collection item. So in this video, we will understand when to send what, right? So when you have to send a text or a number or a string, when you want to give some fixed value, or in case of reference field. So let's say a person has a reference of address. So in that case, instead of sending the name of the person of the email of the person, you have to send the unique ID or the UUID of that particular record. So because UUID creates the relationship between two items, and other fields, the number fields, text field, or static option, dynamic option, all these only pass the value which is residing in that particular text field, only the value gets copied. So there is a difference when you have to pass a reference field or UUID, or when you have to pass a static or a dynamic value. So in this video, we will see when to use what. So we have a collection called product, and as of now there are a couple of regular fields. So now we want to see that what is the difference between a reference field while passing as a hidden value and a normal field. Okay, so let me go and add a reference field. So I'll go add field, a reference field of type category. So we have a collection called category, and I want to assign a category to a product, and I'll say this is a reference field, and maybe we'll display the name in the drop down, and that's all. Okay, skip the multi-select. Let's say one product belongs to one category. Save it. So now we have this category created, and apart from category, there are a couple of more fields which are associated. Let's add one more field which is, let's say, of type text, and I'll say category name. So this is not a reference field. Okay, and I'll just say save. So now I've added two fields. One is category, one is category name. Category is a reference field, category name is not a reference field. Now what I want to do when I'm submitting or creating a new product, I want these to get assigned automatically. Okay, but at the same time, I also want to make sure that user should not enter these values, and I want to give some hard-coded values to these particular product. Okay, so let's say I have a user, or let's say we have a store where only a particular type of products get created, and I want to pass that value behind the scene. We can pick these values from current logged in user, we can pick these value from session, or we can even give hard code values. So here in this example, we will talk about hard coded values. We already have a video where we have explained how to pass the user related fields from the session. Okay, so I'll go to the page, and the page is product create page. So this is how the form looks like. So I'll just erase the form and let me redraw the form again. Okay, so we'll go to components, collection form, just drop it. Okay, and let's say product. We already have an event where we are saving the product and redirecting to the list page. So I'll just choose that event. Okay, so we'll choose this event, which is create product. Now if you see, it has name, description, manufacturing date, price, category, category name. So this is a reference field and this is a name. Now let's say I want all these three values to go as a hidden fields. So let's say I want the product price to be 200 by default. So what I'll do, I'll go to the settings, change the type from number to text. Okay, and let's say we give a fixed value. So I'll say get content, get fixed value, and I'll give 200. Whatever product they get created, give the default price of 200, which is fine. Then I can just mark it as hidden. So I'll say hidden, which is fine. Now I want to assign some category. As of now, if you open this form, you will see a list of drop down of categories. I don't want user to choose category from the drop down. I want to allow them to just hard code it. So either this one or that one. So now what we can do, we want to pass the UUID of this particular category because this is a reference field. And here we can just give any random name. Okay, so let's go to the category and get its UID. So I go to my collection. Let's go to category collection. So now let's say I want to assign category 1 to the products which gets created. Okay, so I go to this details page and copy this uuid. You see, this is uid, this is a reference field. This data will be needed for the reference field. Now I'll just go back, and in the category I'll remove the drop down because I don't need, and I just need this name, and I'll put a input field just to make it hidden. So I'll go to my components, bring the input field here, and give the name of category because that's what the name is. Okay, and get content, again I can get this content from logged in user. Let's say there are categories assigned to user and I want to assign those categories, I can do it. But here, since we have hard coded value, I'll say get fixed value, and I'll just give the fixed value to this. Okay, so this will basically get passed along with other form parameters, and I'll also mark this as hidden. Okay, I'll say hidden. I'll not mark it hidden for now. I'll just show you first, then we'll mark it them as hidden. And category name. So this is the third field here. Let's say again I want to pass some fixed value, and I'll say category 1. So you'll see the difference. What is it? So one place we have given the fixed name, other place we have given the uuid. Okay, let's go and see this form. I'll just reload this page. We need to remove this drop down because it's not needed. We have already added a text field for this. So now here it is. Here, this is my product form. Price is hard coded and hidden. This is category ID for the category reference field, and this is category name. Okay, so I'll just hide these two also. So I'll say type to hidden, which is fine. Remove the label, not needed. Price, remove the label, not needed. And category name also will just hide. So all these values will get submitted but will not be visible. So that is the difference. So let's go and reload the page. So this is what the form or end user will see. So let's give the name. Let's say product hidden category. Okay, some dummy description, some manufacturing date. Okay, now let me submit the form. So this form will get submitted, a new product will get created, but there will be some default value which will get assigned. So I'll submit it. You go back to my product collection, and let's see what happened. So here, if you see, this is the product which we have just created. So the product has a default price of 200 because this is what we have given in the form. Category 1 is category 1 and category name is category 1. But this is a reference field and this is a text or a hard-coded value. So how the reference field is different from regular field is that now let's say if I go and change the name of category 1 to something else, the change will get reflected across all the fields where it is being referenced. So let's say instead of category 1, I just change the name to 11111. So wherever it is being used as a reference field, it will get changed at all the places. So let's go back to product. Okay, so here you see the name has actually changed to category 111, but the previous one it is still category 1. So this is a reference field where it is still pointing to the parent. If there is any change happening in the parent, it is getting reflected everywhere. But in case of other fields, these are regular fields, nothing is getting changed because the value gets copied. So this is the difference. So when you are passing hidden fields, you need to remember if it is a reference field, then you need to pass the uuid. If it is not a reference field, then you can just pass the hard-coded values like I did just now. Hope you enjoyed this video. We will continue to create much more educational videos. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.